Well, everybody, amp modelers are here. It's the way of the future. The time is now. The future is here. Amp modelers are the way to go with guitar players. There are so many different options out there, and no matter what you choose, in my opinion, they all crush. They're all awesome. But me personally, I wanted to get a new amp modeler for here in 2026, and I wanted to see if I could find something that would be road ready, inspiring for me to create and to play, and something fun to mess around and showcase with you guys here on the channel. So I picked something up, and I'm making a bold claim. I think that this amp modeler, this affordable amp modeler, can rival the Quad Cortex. What are we talking about today? Well, I bought this for myself, by myself, with my own money and some Amazon gift cards that I got for my birthday just last week. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a new toy to share with you all. Today we're going to be checking out the boom HeadRush Flex Prime. This tiny little thing, look at this thing. This is the cutest little thing. It is awesome, and like I said, man, I think it rivals what I was using for touring, and that is the big boy Quad Cortex. So in this video, I'm going to showcase my own personal pros and cons with the HeadRush Flex Prime. I'm going to be chugging, hanging out, writing some riffs, creating with you all, and explaining how and why I want to use this unit going forward. Now, before I start talking about this thing and giving you guys my thoughts and opinions, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. You guys are here right now. In the words of Maximus, are you not entertained? This is why you're here. Yeah, man, help me out. Subscribe to the channel. This channel's rad. I love creating content for you guys, and I think you'll get some incredible use out of everything that I create on the channel. Thank you so much in advance, all right? And now, this is not sponsored. Nobody's asking me to make this video. I'm making this video because I'm passionate about HeadRush products. I've always been a fan of these units, and this is literally the first effects processor or amp modeler that I ever tried. Not this one exactly, but HeadRush was the brand that really caught my eye first, all the way back in 2017. I was just a kid with a hope and a dream and a camera, as I always say. And I bought this unit, or the big HeadRush unit, for myself to try out, and that was my first experience with a amp modeler. Now here in 2026, the Flex Prime, although it's not the most recent acquisition for the guitar market, it is one of the more modern and new hot commodities out there, and I'm really interested to see what it can do in a live setting. Can't say where or when, but I'll be traveling and playing some shows very, very soon here in 2026. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be my guitar rig. But enough rant and raving. Let's hear what it sounds like real quick. So I took one of my own songs called Genre Yes, that's out everywhere. It's got one of my favorite riffs I've ever written, and here it is right here. I re-recorded it using the HeadRush Flex Prime. Hold on to your necks, everybody.
Shake what your mama gave you.
I think it sounds pretty good. So what is this thing, everybody? It's an amp modeler, obviously, but cutting right to the chase, my favorite thing about it is the touchscreen. I love the visual representation of all the blocks inside of this unit, and I also love the fact that you can just seamlessly drag and drop and create any sort of rig you want with just a touch of your finger, and you can move the blocks all over the place. This still to this day is my favorite user experience with any amp modelers. I've tried Line 6 stuff, I've tried Quad Cortexes, I've tried HeadRush, I've tried Axe Effects. This one right here is definitely my favorite. Another reason why I love the Flex Prime, and this might be an interesting take, but I love the fact that this one doesn't have the whole auto-tune marketing scheme behind it, right? Like if you guys check out the Core or the big one, the Prime, I don't really need auto-tune. And I always said that that's a bit of an interesting thing to really be proud of to use. And I get it, like if you're a hip hop guy or a singer-songwriter, Autotune, sure. Do I necessarily like autotune? No. But do I understand it? Yes, even if I disagree with it. But this one right here is solely focused on guitar and bass predominantly. I'm a huge fan of that. And I think that drastically affects the price. This thing is like brand new, $400, and then, you know, like I said, I used a gift card and then my own money. I got this thing for like give or take $300, right? So $300 for a unit that I can use and travel with and take all over the world in a small little compact little thing. I'm a huge fan of that. And like I said, man, I think this thing rivals the Quad Cortex. Now, I know guitar players and I know my audience, all the people who love me and hate me, but the people who hate me, man, if you don't think like somebody else, they will call you a shill, they'll say they hate you, they say you're selling out, yada, yada, yada. I find it fascinating to comment on somebody's video and say like, think like I think, and if you don't, I'm going to send hate your way, and I'm just going to make you feel like shit for having an opinion. Like, that's a wild take, man. Seek help, you know, work on your unresolved trauma, man. But yeah, dude, like, it's just so funny to me how, like, I voice my opinion and then people seem to hate, not even disagree, but like legitimately hate somebody for having a different opinion. It's a wild thing, man. Like I said, seek help. But I really think, truly, man, this thing rivals what I was using before. That is the Quad Cortex. It's got all the tones that I need, and it has all the features that I could want, and it's way more affordable. If you look at the Quad Cortex Mini, that costs $1,400 right now. This thing is less than half of that. It's like almost a third of the price. That's a huge win, man. And in my opinion, I don't know if it necessarily sounds better, but it certainly sounds damn close or almost as good, and you can get pretty much any sort of sound you want out of this little thing, and you spend, like I said, a third of the price. So what I want to do now is I want to show you guys me making a little rig starting from scratch with this unit. All right, everybody, so we're going to build a rig from scratch here. So this is just a blank template on the HeadRush Flex Prime. So let's just start making some stuff. So let's go, I'll do exactly what I always do. Let's go to amp. So these Revolver amps, I'm a huge fan of this one. I'll show you. I don't know what it is. It's called the 2025 On Lead. Now we need a cab. I'm going to show you guys my favorite cab as well that I've been using. It is the PV6505 prototype, this purple one right here. Let me show you. This thing sounds super sick in my opinion. Oh, let me turn it down. And in case I didn't tell you guys, I'm using my Pro Origins Jackson with the EMG in it. So I think this sounds pretty solid. It's a nice solid starting point. It's a little bass end heavy. It's a little low and flubby. So let's go classic, tried and true. Let's go with and overdrive here. Let's go greener. Let's go clean boost. So what's interesting about the HeadRush stuff is there's like a bunch of different presets. So this is the clean boost preset right here. So it's already got rid of the low end flubbiness. Let's crank up the level. And honestly, we could stop right there. Like, I think that's a great tone. What I've been doing also as well is I've been putting an EQ in front of the amplifier. So let's get a simple G EQ, and I love this one right here, this preset. Hold on. Aggressive rhythm. It's a subtle effect. Let's mess with the different faders here. I love having a lot of mids being pushed, like the high mids and the mid mids. Really adds a lot of bit of aggression. It kind of almost has like a cocked wah sound. And when you listen, when I turn it off, it's a very subtle effect. It doesn't really like do too much, but when you take it away, you notice it loses a little bit of bite. I'm just gonna put on a noise gate here, just to clean it up and make it super tight and staccato. Honestly, dude, we could stop there, but let's just mess with the cab right here. I love this prototype, but listen to when I put a different cab on here, how drastically it changes the sound. So this looks like some sort of Mesa cab just based off of the graphic representation. It's a gnarly sound, but it lacks like a little bit of bite. So let's try something else. Buddha 412. Hate that. Let's go with the Angel, which looks like an angle. I think I like all the 57s the best in the HeadRush. I don't know, I've messed around with the different mic placements. I think the 57 sounds the best. Let's try this one versus the 6505 prototype. Honestly, right now, for this portion of this video, I like the angle, or pardon me, the Angel better. It's got a little bit more bite to it, so I'm gonna stick with that. Let's mess with the different amps here. So let's go back to the revolvers. Let's go with the PV Valve King. Let's go with lead. Oh, there's reverb on that. Let's go to rhythm. Nah, not a fan of that. Angle high lead. Sounds pretty solid. I still like that 25, whatever it's called, this one. The on lead. I think that one's my favorite still to this day. Yeah, dude, it's like, just listen to the difference. I'm gonna turn down the overall master volume, but... And I really like this amp with the EQ in front of it because it has that, like I said, that kind of cocked wah sound where it sounds like you have a wah pedal on, but it's just the mids being pushed really heavily, and I really dig that for, you know, a mix setting. I think this one is definitely one of the best. Let's go back to the amps and let's check out HeadRush's stuff. I like the Soldanos that they have in here. This one right here is pretty sick. But even still, in comparison to that on 25, it's not even close in my opinion. We also have a dual rectifier in here. Nothing beats that Revolver 25 on in my opinion. Now, I've had this unit for, like I said in the beginning of this video, I've had this thing for about a couple days. And that makes the signal clip when I take off the EQ, so this makes it a lot tighter. I think that's the best one. And what I love about HeadRush's stuff is, like, I love the visual representation, and you can just click and drag stuff and you can literally move the blocks around to however you want them to do. So let's go with a little bit of chorus. I love chorus stuff. trying a little bit of a lead thing there. But I think this thing's sick, man. It's very simple to make a rig, and then if I just hit save here, and then I just mess with the title real quick. If I want to save this as like a lead tone, as long as I can spell. Well, I missed the A, but lead, that's what we're calling it. But yeah, dude, it's like, it's very simple, man. I think this thing sounds pretty cool. So overall, everybody, I dig it. Proud of myself for making the purchase. Happy with my purchase. Do not regret it at all. This thing is more portable than the Quad Cortex. It's a lot more pedal board friendly. And yeah, dude, I could throw this thing in a little pedal board gig bag and I'd be good to go, man. I could put this in my backpack literally just fine. It's less space than the big Quad Cortex. Cheaper, sounds as good, more fun to play with. I'm a huge fan of this thing. All in all, I do not regret it at all. And I really stand by the claim of I think this is almost as good or literally as good as a Quad Cortex. So I'd love to hear from you guys down below in the comment section. What do you guys think of my thoughts and opinions? I would love to hear from you guys. Thank you so much for watching, man. This thing's sick. Pretty proud of it. Pretty happy with it. I like the tones I got out of it. And I'm curious to hear what you guys think as well. All right, everybody. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Really sincerely appreciate it. You guys are the best. And I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon.